Hello and welcome to the BetHelper betting preview. Today's game we're going to be looking at is Ghana versus Germany, which is the final game in Group D, scheduled for the 23rd of June at 7:30 p.m. So it's the evening kickoff. The other game in this group, Australia versus Serbia, is kicking off at the same time. The venue for this one is Soccer City in Johannesburg, so we're at altitude just to remember. And the Asian markets, the handicap has actually changed once. Was Ghana plus 0.75. That's now Ghana plus point or plus 1. So that would indicate a bit of support for Germany at that old handicap level. So now they're giving up more. And even at this level, Ghana are actually drifting and Germany are shortening. So you might see that change to 1.25 tomorrow before kickoff. But again, we're going to have to monitor that, see what happens. In terms of the overs market, it's over 2.5 is the handicap here in Asia, and the handicap or the odds on that are actually drifting. It's at 2.04, sorry. Looking at the betting exchanges, the betting exchanges have Ghana flat on the week at 7.8. They've Germany slightly shortening at 1.51 from 1.52. The draws at 4.6, where it's been for the last number of hours and days. The over 2.5 goal market is drifting slightly. It was at 2.08, now it's at 2.1, so losing a bit of support there on that one. And in terms of percentages matched at the betting exchanges, at the moment it's only about 500,000 matched. So that again, that will multiply tenfold by the time we have kickoff here tomorrow night. But anyway, and it's no surprise here to see that Germany have a heavy advantage. They've got 93% of the market, so I think a lot of people are putting their banker on Germany to actually pull through in a meaningful game. Ghana have yet to score from open play. They've scored 2 penalties, giving them a 1-1 draw against Australia last time out. Ghana only make up 3%, while the draws out 4%. So again, there's big potential here for a swing in percentages, given that there'll be more money put on tomorrow than is on right now. The overs market is losing a bit of support. It was over 2.5 was 76% of the market. Now it's 66%. I would expect that to fall considerably in the next 24 hours. Looking at the bookmakers, they've got Ghana flat in the week at 7s. They've Germany flat at 1.5, and they've the draw flat at 4.20. So there's not much change there at the bookmakers. They're sticking by their guns about what they priced up the event at originally. And even the over 2.5 market, goal market, is level on 2s. So again, they're a bit undecided whether it's going to be overs or unders. It's a bit tighter cut there. Looking at the form, Ghana have 2 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses in the last 6 games. So it's a bit messy. They've 1 win against Serbia in this group, and they've 1 draw, which came against Australia last time out. So they need a result here to go through. Germany have pretty good recent form. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. They hit the tournament with hit the floor running in the tournament with a 4-0 win over Australia. Serbia took a dent out of them by beating them 1-0. A bit of help by the ref there on that one, but again, Germany missed a penalty in a World Cup, which hasn't happened in many years. There's been one previous meeting, came in 1993, where Germany won 6-1. I wouldn't expect that to happen tomorrow, but I do expect a Germany victory. Looking at some streaks, Germany haven't lost against an African side since 1982, where they lost 2-1 to Algeria in the World Cup there, that one. The loss against Serbia was their first loss in the group stages in 24 years. So a bit of a record broken there for the Germans. That was a very impressive stat. Ghana won their last 2 World Cup games versus European opponents, and they obviously beat Serbia in this one already, and they carry on a victory from 2006, and they conceded 0 goals in both of those games. So good defensive record here against the European sides. Germany have won their last 11 games against non-European sides, or non-South American sides, and 5 of the last 6 of those they actually managed to clean sheet. So Germany have a pretty good record there against African and Asian countries, and even CONCACAF countries. The last three goals in the World Cup for Ghana have been penalties. So the two this time out have been penalties from Asamoah Gyan, and 2006 their last goal was a penalty. So it's a bit of a funny trend here. Germany won their last group game in their last four World Cups. So when the chips are down, they usually deliver in the group stages. Looking at the rankings, Germany rank at 6th in the FIFA rankings, while they rank 5th on the ELO rankings. Ghana are 32nd on the FIFA rankings, while they're 40th on the ELO rankings. The referee for this one is Carlos Simon. He's from Brazil. He refed the opening game in Group C, which is England versus USA. He gave 6 yellow cards in that one, so he is a bit card happy. He's refed 100 international games. He's given 472 yellows, so that makes the maths easy to give him an average of 4.72 yellows per game. He's given 30 yellow cards, so that gives him an average of 0.3 reds per game. He's given 20 penalties, which gives him an average of 0.2 penalties per game. So his yellow average is pretty high. His red card is a little bit higher than average, while the penalty is about average. There's no real injury worries for this one. And looking at the goals scored in qualifying, Ghana have an average of 1.5 goals scored per game in qualifying, and while they conceded only an average of 0.5 goals per game in qualifying. Compare that then with Germany, who have an average of 2.6 goals scored per game, and they've an average of 0.5 goals conceded per game. So a very good record there defensively for Germany, while they also played with attacking flair, which we saw against Australia already. Looking at the probabilities, the computer probabilities has Ghana at a 12% chance of victory, so a very slim chance there. The computer probabilities gives Germany a 73% chance of victory, so that's strong back in there in the Germans. And while the draw comes in at 15%, so again it's about average of what we've seen so far in the World Cup. Compare that then with the implied probabilities based on the available odds. The odds give Ghana a 13% chance of victory. Gives Germany a 66% chance of victory, so that's a bit under what we had from the computer probability, so kind of suggests that Germany are even still a bit of value. And the draw comes in at 21%, so that was 15% on our computer probabilities, so again it's no surprise to really see that the draw is a bit higher at the bookmakers, since they have lower odds just to cover themselves a bit. In terms of suggestions, again, making calls this far out is a bit harder than it is right at kickoff, and there's not that much money down yet as we speak. I'd expect that to be the 5 million mark by the time we have kickoff in Johannesburg. But at the moment, I'd be looking at Germany, monitoring their odds in the match odds market. Still a bit of value at current prices, despite being odds on and being heavily backed. I'd also look to the unders. It doesn't look like there might be too many goals in this. Ghana want to keep it tight, while they haven't really scored that many themselves. As you've seen, they've only scored penalties. But again, we're going to have to make a better judgment in about 12 hours time. About closer to 24 hours actually. So check out twitter.com/BetHelper for those. Leave any feedback or comments below. You can email BetHelper.ie at gmail.com and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.